Okay. Welcome back to Elden Ring Convergence. This is almost going to have as many videos as my DLC run. No, probably not, but... So, in the interim, I killed, Melania. And I wasn't really intending to, I suppose. But I was a bit of an idiot, because I was saying, what else can I really get for power? How can I really do more damage, possibly? And, yeah, I forgot about this little thing here that says Lesser Dragonkin Affinity. Good indication that there's a greater Dragonkin Affinity. Yeah, so the Dragonkin Scepter out of Albinauric Rise, which you could get basically at the start of the game without much trouble. So, yeah, just as a tip, if you're going to play the mod, you probably are, and you're going to do spell casting, you're going to have an upgraded version. And you may want to go investigate at the start, see if you can grab it. This one was really easy. But I also picked up the Staff of Briar, which is, oh no, this is a lesser one. Okay, then I don't know. I don't have any other greater one. Oh no, I got the Greater Giant's Flame one, the Giant Seal. And this one does actually require you beating one of those big prelate bastards. So a little bit trickier right at the start. Especially because it's Giant's Flame, you're probably going to be using fire if you want this, and they are strong against fire. But, yeah, I digress. So yeah, we got the Dragonkin Scepter plus 10. It probably added about like 20% damage, which is significant. So I wanted to test it, so I was like, alright, I'm going to go try it on Melania. And I killed her on the first try with that. Using the exact same strat we were doing. It just kind of lined up. The extra damage helped stagger her a bit more, and it just worked out. So, yeah. But I didn't get one of those forge stones. Keystone of the forge. And I thought that was strange. So I looked at the keystones, at the description, and you can see the third keystone description. Acquired by defeating either Melania, Mangg, Scion of the Sealed God, Placidus Axe, or Fortis Axe. So when I looked at that gateway on the mountaintop of the Giants, and it listed all those names, that was telling me where to get the third keystone, because I was missing that one. That's not where all the keystones are, and I don't know why I thought that's where they all were. I don't know. So the first one is from Dairu, Scavenger King, Einar, Ice Guardian, Godric the Grafted, or Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. Second one is Radahn, Estelle, or Rykard, or Spirit Shaper Kymar. Third one is those, and then fourth one is only from Morgott. So you have to beat Morgott to beat the mod. And the fifth one, I checked the doorway, is Malekith. So you have to beat Morgott, and you have to beat Malekith. Everything else before that is relatively optional. I mean, you have to beat one of each of these, but yeah. So that's why we're in Far Missoula, and we're going to go kill Malekith, and then we should be good. Which is funny, because normally you burn the Erd Tree to get to Far Missoula to beat Malekith, but, yeah, I guess this works fine. Okay, so I did Volcano Manor, and I beat Rykard. I did most of it with just the axe. It was really good. Then I beat Rykard using the staff with, Minefield, actually. I tried using Devastation at first, and I don't know, there was just something wrong with his hitboxes or something, but it wasn't really hitting him. So I quickly switched to Minefield and just point-blank Minefield. thanks to this talisman that gives you immunity to lava damage. So you can stand right next to him. And, yeah, Point Blank Minefield did quite a lot of damage, just they all hit him. So that was good. Volcano Manor was definitely a bit different. I mean, it's still Volcano Manor. It's not like a whole retheme or anything like that, like Caria Manor. But the layout was certainly different. There was a lot more like rooftop climbing and things like that. But the big difference was the actual way to get to Rykard. You can still do the assassination quests and get teleported to him. But otherwise, you go through Volcano Manor as normal, but the portal that's normally at the end of it isn't there. It's broken. So you find instead this side passageway that leads into a cave system. And you have to, like, drop down this hole into the abyss. You know, it's one of those, like, infinite ball sort of deals. And then you just keep going deeper and deeper underground into this cave system. And it really feels cool. It makes it way more thematic, I think. There's, like, ancient statues down there and ancient ruins down there and snakes and stuff. And it really feels like Rykard is buried and buried and buried away. Like this secret blasphemer. So that was pretty cool. Okay. But that all being said, let's do Bar Missoula. I feel like they're pretty lightning resistant, so let's try the axe. And oh yeah, we have to fight the dragon first. That'll be fun. Yeah. Probably want to lock onto a fucking leg rather than whatever I'm doing now. God, what a bitch. Maybe I don't want to lock onto anything. How about that? This guy's lightning infused. I feel like spells probably will still do more. Ah, he's not staggering one bit. Winning. Dang, I haven't seen his health bar in a while. Hey, we got him. Ancient smithing stone. Definitely not going to be fully exploring Bar Missoula. There isn't a whole lot that we need at this point. The only thing I'd say we really would like is a ancient somber smithing stone. Actually, my strength is No, 14. My strength is 14. Wow, this axe only takes 12 strength. I'm gonna say, if we bumped up our strength a little, we could use a brass shield. It's certainly better. So let's just get out of here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Bar Missoula. It's alright. I don't hate Bar Missoula. The only issue really is the aesthetic. It's just so gray and dull and gray. You know? Grays and browns. It's like a fucking PS3 first-person shooter or something. I actually have I just talked to some friends into trying out Elden Ring for the first time co-op. I wanted to kind of suggest Convergence just because I think it is more fun, especially with all the new spells and co-op stuff that it kind of adds, like the buffs and things, but I have a feeling it would just be a bit buggier of an experience. And for their very first time, you know, you want to kind of do everything you can to cultivate the best experience possible, which would certainly involve the least crashes and least bugs. And yeah, I do see that big-ass arena down there. I sure done do. Seems like they have touched Bar Missoula a bit. See, I don't really need that. I don't really need that. Some guy was chasing me. Some guys are still chasing me. Oh, God. I'm glad you triggered the Ancient Dragon Lanciax bite. I'm not getting those souls back. No way in hell. So it's going to be a little boring to go back to normal Elden Ring after this. Missing all its crazy spells and fun Ashes of War and stuff. And the cool changes, the nice changes. Oh, speaking of which, I found the finger creepers. They are still in the game. They are just in Volcano Manor, which is kind of weird because in the base game they're kind of allergic to fire. And they were just hanging out in the lava and stuff like that. I don't know what the lore behind Finger Creepers is, but it seems like a pretty drastic change in their positioning. So, I don't know. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't happy to see them or anything, but there wasn't that many of them. I guess there are Finger Creepers outside of Volcano Manor in Mount Gelmir, which I suppose is also kind of weird. I meant in the base game. I wish... I mean, this thing certainly does not need a buff, but if they're gonna nerf the numbers and all that, I wouldn't mind if they change that AoE a little bit so that it hit right in front of you. They won't. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I could, but I won't. We're gonna do the duo fight. Suppose we gotta. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mikey. Maybe you should put on your buffs first. Do we do this with spells? Let's do this with spells. I think Devastation might be alright. Oh, it's Sira, Blade of the Ancients. Okay, okay. Yeah, the cast time here is going to be devastating. I'd be better off with bubbles. Like, when are you ever going to have that amount of opening? This spell would just be uncastable in the DLC. But there, we pulled it off. Sort of. Fuck, that was abysmal. We're better off with something else. Better off with the axe, to be perfectly honest. That was deserved. You can't pick these massive cast times. Which is another thing. You know, I understand that, like, as we go higher up, you get to, like, more and more of these epic spells that just drop fucking atomic bombs on your enemies. And so those just cannot cast quickly, otherwise it would be really broken. Good God. But it's just another point in the early spells' favor. The early spells, such as Bubbles, already does obscene damage. And for minimal FP cost, and casts like super quick. I mean, not insanely quick, but like, look at how much better that is. It's ridiculous. This whole series has just been kind of a look at how stupid Bubbles is as a spell. Oh, we got Rykard's Rune, which it just buffs your HP by 20% instead of 10. And then Melania's Rune gives you HP on hit. Just like her. What? You can't go through this? What the... Damn it. So I don't know if that's also counting spell hits or something. That would be kind of obscene. So it's really, do I want 20% HP or some FP? Probably could go with 20% HP. Alright, let's go. I think I drank my physic first. Wow, he is really lightning infused. What? Where did that damage go? This isn't good. We may have to use the axe. We may have to do this fight normally. Well, as normal as using the fucking Ash of War is. I got the frostbite. And I got one shot. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe a big no on the lightning damage. If Bubbles doesn't kill him in 3 shots, then it's not the spell for me. And also, I still have the lava damage on, so there's that. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not optimal without changing my armor and stuff, but it'll be fine. All right. Like here, I don't really benefit from the extra mine. And I'd rather have the, probably HP on hit, really. And I didn't bring my physic again, even though that's lightning damage. But it's also staggers. We want staggers, for sure. Actually have to be present for that final hit to go off. It's funny. Radiant Rune of Lightning and Glaive of the Ancients. Well, see, that's again another tricky one where to kill him, to get your big lightning rune, you gotta kill a lightning infused boss. It makes sense, but it's just... Ugh. Alright, the axe pulled through for us. It's pretty funny that I'm not using my own ultimate weapon. Which is pretty good. I mean, that katana is not bad. This Ash of War, though, is just obscene. Such a noob tactic. The enemy's comboing you and you're just like, just mash R1! You'll win out eventually. Okay, sure. Okay, did I miss something? Why did they leave that grace in? It's pointless. Anywho. There's our goal right up there. Now, Malekith is going to be interesting. Not lightning infused, though, so that's good. We'll probably go to... We'll resort to spells. Not bubbles, of course. That would be the worst choice. Probably devastation, although the cast time on that is... It's gonna put my balls in a vice for sure. We may have to summon. Alternatively, mines. Just putting mines everywhere. The only issue is it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But you gotta work with what you got. Big boy. Dead boy. We're not fully exploring. I already said that. We're trying to get to the boss. I mean, yeah, so it's weird, because it's like Melania... Is it Melania or Melania? I always get it confused with Trump's wife. It's Melania, yes. Melania is like the hardest boss, but she's only one option for the third keystone. The Haligtree is not mid-game, so it's not like... I mean, it kind of is that the first keystone will probably be the first one you get, because it's like Godric and the Castleborn boss and stuff. And then the second one is like Radon, I guess. That kind of works. But then, yeah, the third one, you're probably going to get the fourth one before you get Melania. Whatever I said. You want to, like, go up in your eagle? There you go. On eagle those wings. Thank you. How did that not hit him? There you go. That's all I was waiting for. They got rid of the eagles? Nope. Why would they? But they did get rid of the fuck you eagles in Stormvale, so maybe I'd hope. Still there. Ah, no surprise. What the hell? What? What was that? I'm coming. I'm coming. Wow, why do you have so little health? Oh, he might... No, I don't know. Is that the... Well, that's good. I'm glad I got that. Is that the one that attacks at the beginning of Altus? I don't know. All y'all look alike. Don't you dare. I don't know why you switch target. Got it. Sash of War can't be stopped. Alright. We just have to beat a tree sentinel, I think, and then we're good. are getting a little expensive. Not a tree sentinel. Draconic tree sentinel or whatever. You'll love to see it. That'll hurt. Easy kill. Malformed dragon set. Certainly pretty ugly. Faith by 4, stamina cost by 4%, weapon lightning damage by 4%. That's pretty good for the Faith lightning melee builds. Yeah, I can level, so let's just do that. Let's try without summoning first. If I can... Devastation just seems so greedy. I'm not gonna put any of the big buff on. I guess let's try for Dragonkin Devastation, but... it's not like Melania. I can't get it right. Well, I mean, one of them is right. Melania, yeah, okay. He's not gonna bounce like she did, so we don't have that nice buffer. He also doesn't slow walk as much as she does. And then again, he staggers pretty easily. Oh yeah, he doesn't even have 2 health bars. Fucking, where is he? Oh god! That was some Looney Tunes shit. Yeah. Well, we got pillars to work with. That could help a little bit. Yeah, we got a little bit of slow walk there. Perfect. Oh, he bounced out of it. Keep a minute. Keep a minute. Keep a minute. Oh, this is over. This is all over. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I don't know. 5th keystone of the forge. Remembrance of the Black Blade. Excellent. Okay. Good. Let's bounce back then to the round table. We got a couple remembrances we could take a peek at, and we can level up our axe to +10. New items can be purchased. What? Law of causality. Retaliate upon receiving any number of blows. Automatically retaliate with a golden shockwave upon receiving any attack that deals damage for 60 seconds. Requires 41 faith. Why do you sell this? Is this like a lore thing? Or I don't know. You also sell the Envoy's Longhorn. The Halig tree set. I'm not sure, really, but okay. Here, you want all my bell bearings? Great. Oh, wow. Just buy ancient somber stones. Crazy. Okay, anyways. Are we gonna finish this mod in this video?
Oh, no.
Oh, I must be a blacksmith. Alright, axe fully upgraded. Might as well upgrade this other shit. Does actually increase the guard boost a little bit. Oh, she died. Black Blade incantation, 33 in, 33 faith. Afflicts the target with greater soul burn, draining a small amount of HP for a short time. Does not stack with itself, but does stack with lesser soul burn. Okay. And Blasphemous Blade. Yeah. I mean, why change it? It's perfect. It's perfect as it is. Malekith's Black Blade. CC in Int and Faith. Inflicts soul burn. Destined Death. It's all pretty sweet. And yeah, there's the Hand of Melania, Faith Arcane scaling, and Dex, Blood Loss, Scarlet Rot buildup. It's probably a pretty fine weapon, I would imagine. You get the Waterfall Dance. Alright, yeah, Remembrances are... I usually don't use too many of them, so we may as well consume them all. Extra health helps. Alright, let's head to the Fire Giant. Let's do this. So yeah, as it turns out, since I killed Melania and Malekith with this, Dragonkin Devastation turned out to be pretty good. Kind of redeemed some of all that other bullshit I had. Talk to Melina.
I is world and death. Are you to commit?
I'm ready.
Let my hand.
Alright, that dumps us straight in Lane Dale. Can actually use our horse here. Normally, I don't think you can. For some weird reason, I don't know. right. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. Oh! That's amazing. Crucible's betrayer. Get shit on, dude. Oh god. Holy shit! No! Oh my god. That may have been a better reveal than the Scion of the Sealed God. Oh, that was glorious. Gideon is getting absolutely dunked on. Alright, I feel like probably... let's maybe start with a minefield. Let's put on Wisdom of the Maker. I think we're ready for that. Okay, minefield. And physics. I don't think he's that tough, but... What the fuck is happening? Shit. Oh! God. It's the kind of shit that would just they would never allow in like the actual an actual game. Like that's modded shit right there. But it's great. Oh, getting backstabbed. That, I hope everyone that plays this mod gets to just experience without spoilers. Like, I know, you know, people watching this. But, hey, I mean, that was... I'm sure it was as good for you as it was for me. Alright, so that was fun. I can't imagine, though, that Horaloo, Radagon, Elden Beast are going to be replaced by anything, though. Gideon is a joke boss, of course. So that was just kind of cool. But it would be pretty wild to replace one of the major ones. Yeah, if you need a Sacred Tear and a Golden Seed at this point... okay. Strategy for Godfrey / Horaloo. Honestly, I could see Devastation being alright. He does have a decently large hitbox. It could happen. Cast time is the problem, as always. Slow walk is what we need. Perfect. Flipped right over it. What an ass. Good. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, shit. I don't know if Horaloo... Oh, Horaloo does do a little bit of slow walking. Not much before he kicks my fucking balls off. If we were ever gonna summon, now would be the time. Specifically on this guy at this point. I don't know if Devastation's gonna happen. No, he gives us pretty wide. Yeah, this is the one. Why did that last such a short amount of time? Yeah, just do that, buddy. Dumbass.
Tarnished.
Perfect.
Thy strength befits same crown.
Of course it does. Alright, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I could put 1 point into int, I suppose. Radagon, probably the same thing, really. It's our ultimate spell. It's ultimately powerful. What more do you need? Oh god, did I just cast Minefield? I think he's staggered in there. There you go. Fuck. You're meant to jump over this. No! That was a fine first attempt. Let's try with the physics this time. I can't see shit. Fuck. Like no knowledge of this guy. I beat him when I was playing through the DLC, like at the end of it, just for fun. But I destroyed him, you know? I didn't learn anything. Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to summon, because I really don't need to. But it would trivialize the fight, for sure. Do this, baby. We can do this. Honestly, if I just got a good opener here that staggered him, and he didn't kill me instantly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's dead. Perfect. Minefield might be better here. It depends on if it's similar to Rykard. Yeah, it wasn't hot. Wasn't hot. Let's switch to... Fuck! Oh. I thought the sound effect threw me off. I thought it was a stagger. Yeah, we have to end this with bubbles. It's the only correct option. And yes, you can ride Torrent now. That's not part of the mod. It's part of the base game. It's great. Bubbles! Yeah. There you have it. Alright, well, we will just mend the Elden Ring. So, overall, of the stuff that I played, which was a decent amount for sure, there were definitely certain places that I didn't even look at. Like that one Poison Swamp Fortress in Mount Gelmir, I didn't even go to that. I'm sure there's plenty of little dungeons and caves that I didn't look at that have been changed in some way. Plenty of the Mountaintop of the Giants I didn't look at. Plenty of the Consecrated Snowfield I didn't look at. Yeah, I mean, I certainly was not methodical, but that's because I know I'm going to do multiple playthroughs of this mod with different classes and stuff, so I didn't really care to be that methodical.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
So yeah, of the stuff that I played, really excellent.
Became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
There wasn't really anything that they changed as part of, like, layout, dungeons, you know, stuff like that. There wasn't really anything that they changed or added that I was like, oh my god, what were they thinking with this bullshit?
An age.
A lot of it was just strictly, I thought, better and cooler and more interesting. And then the other stuff was just like, well, it's different. I don't know if it's better, but it's different. And that's okay. Obviously, a big kind of point of contention currently about playing this thing is the difficulty level. It's pretty easy. I like that my reshade filters are like putting Christmas lights around the names. Yeah, so it's pretty easy, no doubt. I mean, look at how we just trashed the final 4 bosses there. But we know that they're gonna make it more difficult. I don't think that's strictly a reason to not try it out now if you're interested. I mean, if you're only interested in difficulty, and that's the only thing you care about in these games, then there's probably other mods right now that are more interesting to you. But if you just like Elden Ring, you like exciting stuff, you like the power fantasy, you like big explosions, yeah, I mean, give it a look. There's some really cool stuff in here. The Scion of the Sealed God is absolutely the highlight. That was so awesome. Gideon getting backstabbed, pretty awesome. Even that like spirit caller boss, and that whole section too with the spirits and the shamans, the ancestors, whatever they're called. That whole section was really cool. I like plenty of the changes, even though, again, I think kind of fundamentally, a lot of them do kind of make the experience easier, such as the talismans and being able to pick which talismans you want to unlock in different categories. It just makes it really easy. Like, just the first talisman you get is just like, here's the Godfrey icon. Like, okay, awesome. Now, if they removed or nerfed some of those, the big major ones, I could see. And I did like that, you got, like lightning damage. You got the 5% one first, most likely. And then you get, like, a 7.5% one, and then you get a 10% one. So it's kind of scales. I'm shocked that they stack. And honestly, they shouldn't stack. But I guess if that's, like, all you care about is damage, then, yeah, you can just do all that. As for the spells, I know we didn't look at that many of them. I would have had to have sat here and just been like, okay, let's respec to this build, and let's respec to this build. So I just wanted to kind of try out one class start to finish, and we did that. But, you know, you notice that most of my stuff was Dragonkin at the end, but I had a buff taken from Glintstone and a buff taken from, I don't, Golden Order incantations or something like that. So with this many spells and this many different categories of spells, there's a lot to kind of mix and match like that. So I think that's pretty sweet. And obviously I went on and on about kind of the balance of the Dragonkin spells. Bubbles was pretty damn good, but you saw we did do fine work with the final master level spell, Devastation, which was great. And even the Minefield got some use there, so that was good. It's not going to be easy to balance that many spells. And it's just kind of a fundamental thing, a fundamental issue with Elden Ring. With any of the Souls games, really, where the starter spells just scale up and continue to stay with you through the entire playthrough and don't really ever get replaced. Although, I didn't really use normal mines, that much, like, at all. After Caria Manor and stuff like that, it just kind of fell off a bit. And that's what I expected Bubbles to do. And it kind of did, to be honest. Devastation, most of the time, would outdamage Bubbles. So I guess it sort of worked out, but if they could just make that curve a little smoother and fix up a lot of those other spells kind of in the middle. The middle was kind of the problem area. But, yeah, who am I to say? I'm sure it's a lot of work and a lot of testing and blah, 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 blah. But overall, tons of fun. And I'm going to dive right back in and try out a different class. So you can get Ash of War, Horalu's Earthshaker. That sounds good. I don't know if that's in the base game. And Sword of Hadia. Oh, from the Betrayer. Sweet. Crucible's Fury. Nice. Sacred Relic Sword, of course, with Wave of Gold. Plenty of faith-based stuff. And Marcus Hammer. I wonder if they buffed that at all. And the Axe of Godfrey with Regal Roar. Strength Dex. Mostly strength. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, before I end the series then, let's just go back and look at the classes real quick, because I just want to do a quick comparison. Just see. I mean, I do want to try out just a normal melee guy at some point, but I want to look at more spells before I do that. So, I would lean towards... I want to do something with faith. So, the Flame Prophet could be fun. Bestial Devout Dragon Cultist, that's more lightning. The Godskin Celebrant, but that's int faith. Blood Initiate. Servant of Rot. The Mystic, that would be cool too. Alright, let's try, let's try the Blood Initiate. Just gonna sit here and do like a whole other playthrough. Okay, now that I know a bit more. Now that's interesting, yeah, because I don't know what sort of damage these spells do. Probably the Heirloom Remnant is a good one to start with. You can just get +6 to, like, faith. We start at that... I think we start in Liurnia, right? Or is that not where you start? That's just where we got the stuff. Nope, start in the Rose Church. Okay. You are born of the blood. You get the War Surgeon set, which is probably what we're wearing. And the Faint Rune of Blood Flame, which I imagine we already have all this stuff. Bloodseeker Talons, Siphon the Form of Blood Flame Blade. Yeah, we got all that. Okay, so we're just picking up stuff that we already have. Because this is here for when anybody else comes by the church. Okay, so... Bloodseeker sends wisp of burning blood towards an enemy that seeks them out. Dealing a small amount of fire damage and causes bleeding. This incantation costs 2% of total HP. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Because it's blood magic, so it comes from your blood. Blood Flame Talons. I'm sure it's in the base game. Siphon the Formless. So it doesn't cost anything. It's just a heal. Okay, hold on. That's sweet. Okay, so it does cost FP. These things do cost FP, not just HP. Okay, so you still definitely want a lot of FP recovery. I could see grabbing, oh god, faith or mind or vigor, really. Oh, but there isn't one for vigor. So probably faith. Yeah, we probably just want faith. Okay, let's find something to test it on. And then we'll end. Oh, and there's the blood loss. Okay, so it does more blood loss than just at the initial hit. Yeah, look at that little extra on top. Hefty FP cost though. Okay. So that one's definitely better, but it's also melee. I don't want to fuck with you. So Bloodseeker's 14, this one's 13. And the HP cost on top of it. It's kind of impossible to judge. Because we don't have any FP recovery stuff. That does seem a little high for an opener. It's fast as fuck. And the blood loss. Yeah, it would kind of depend. Like, if we get some buffs that really add FP recovery or something like that. We actually have 3 notable armor sets. And the Shimmering Rune is at Road's End Catacombs. Look at all those bun weapons. So to get the Mogwin seal, you have to do Var's quest, which I think is how it normally is. Okay, well, yeah, so I'll be playing this for a bit on my own. And like I said, it's a bit of a bummer that, from what I understand, this with seamless co-op is kind of buggy because, you know, they don't make the seamless co-op mod, and the seamless co-op mod was not designed for Convergence. Because I think it probably would be a pretty great co-op experience. But I still may end up trying it with LEGO at some point. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, I highly recommend it. If you like Elden Ring and you've beaten it at least once, check out Convergence. Some awesome stuff in here. Alright, my name is Mangg. Game you just finished watching is Elden Ring, The Convergence. And I'll see you fine folks around.